Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm your host Ryan Renfro, and today we are joined by women's basketball player Arjae Saunders. Arjae, thank you so much for coming in and joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Now we're going to jump right into it. We're going to talk a little bit about you, how you started playing basketball, but first I do want to ask, the women's basketball team last year coming off, you guys won the Sun Belt Conference championship. Talk about that experience, what it was like for you personally to take the national stage.
Taking the national stage, it was a dream come true. I always wanted to play on that level and see how it was, and like it was a dream come true. And I'm glad I was able to do that and experience it with my teammates. So. Oh
yeah, and speaking of teammates, Caitlin Ramirez. I mean, what was it like? Did you hear the block? I mean, when she blocked it,
Well, I was right beside her, and once I saw her block it, I was like, "Did we win?
We just won this game."
Yeah, so. She was the first person I ran to, so.
Did you gave her a big hug?
Yes, actually jumped on her.
You jumped on her?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now going in from that, you guys went to the NCAA Tournament. You didn't have as much success, but still, what does that do for the team, but also for the program, the Troy University women's basketball program, to go and play, in the NCAA Tournament? Well,
it just motivated us to do better than what we did last year. I mean, every time we go to practice, we always okay. We preparing ourselves for the tournament, not for the conference, because we know where we at. So we just preparing ourselves.
Awesome. Now you're a senior this year. Now transitioning into you, I want to talk a little bit about you. You're a senior now this year for the Trojans. How have you sort of developed into that senior leader that this team needs? You guys lost Ashley Beverly Kelly. You mentioned to me earlier that she's in overseas in Israel, correct?
Yes.
Now how have you sort of developed into this senior leader for this team?
Well, when ABK was here, I mean, I looked up to her, saw how she took her leadership role, and I can just follow her footsteps and continue the process, keep going and stuff. So, I mean, she had a big impact on me.
Right. And what ways did you kind of was there anything in particular that in your time with her that you took away that you've kind of applied to this team and how you lead this team?
Well, in practice, she always worked hard. And out of practice, she always at the court or in the gym working out. And, she was a gym rat. So, it's I'm going to be a gym rat, too. She been successful throughout her life, so I'm trying to do the same thing.
How often do you go to the gym? How often do you go to the gym and push yourself to be better for the team?
Well, right now, I'm in and out the gym. Sometimes I'm in, sometimes I'm out due to my injury I had throughout the season. But before I had an injury, I was in the gym all the time, every night, every day.
Now talk a little bit about that injury. I know you mentioned it to me before the interview, but you went through a difficult time period there where you missed a few games in the season. Talk about that. What happened to your knee, was it?
It was my knee, but in the beginning of the season, I missed 5 games because they said my grades, I didn't meet the criteria for my grades and stuff, but I actually did. So I had to sit out 5 games, but I bounced back once.
Right, and now you guys, you're taking the court again, and how does it feel to overcome the leg and to get back out on the court with this Trojan team?
To overcome my leg, it's everything. I eat, sleep, dream about basketball, and being on the court for the first time with a lot of fans just feel like a game day. We was warming up, getting ready to take the court and play again. So it feel good.
Awesome. Now, and you said you eat, sleep, and drink.
Yes.
Dream, not drink basketball. You don't drink basketball. I'm sure if you could, you would. But when did you start playing basketball, and how did basketball enter your life?
I started around 4.5, 5 years old. My father, me and my older sister playing football, throwing footballs around. And, I can't be no football player, so, because I'm a female, I turned to basketball, and my older sister, she played basketball, so I just followed her footsteps, and going to her basketball games. I see her having, fans and stuff, because she was good. She was a good shooter. So she having fans, I'm like, okay. When I get to high school, I hope I be like that. So, and in high school, they call her Big Son, because she was big and stuff. But she can shoot. She was knocking them shots down. But and then I'm very, very close with my older sister, and they call me Little Son because Big Son, Little Son.
Okay. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So just trying to be like her.
Awesome. So what was that? How much older is she than you?
She is 5 years older than me.
5 years. So what was that like, growing up? I mean, did you guys play one-on-one a lot?
Yes, all the time.
All the time?
Any chance we got.
How many times did you beat her?
Well, she got me.
She got you?
She got me, but right now, I got her, so
yeah.
I got her now.
Do you guys keep in touch? Like, does she come and watch you play a lot?
We always keep in touch. I try to speak to her every day, text her every day, or hit on Instagram. Hey, girl, what you doing? Stuff like that.
Does she ever come and watch you play? I mean, like.
She watched me play when I was in high school, middle school, things like that, but not in college.
What did you? I do want to ask, because that's really cool. I mean, having a big sister to look up to.
Yeah.
What are some things that in competing with her over the years, and going one-on-one, and even though she beat you, what are some things that you took away from her? In regards to the game of basketball, we'll start off with that. Like, what are some things that you've learned from your big sister?
Just being tough. She was a tough person. She always, sometimes she been tough on me, but I always knew it was all love. So just telling me to be mentally tough, physically tough, shooting, ball handling in some way. But.
Gotcha. And how does that, that physical tough, mentally tough, how does those kinds of things, how does that transition, from the basketball court to just everyday life for you?
Everyday life, I mean, it's always about mental. And I mean, things get hard throughout the days and stuff, but you always gotta be like, okay, I'm get through this. And I got a lot of people that's looking up to me, like my little sisters. I have 3 little sisters, so I know they're looking up to me to be successful in life. So when I be successful, they're successful, and whatever I do, whatever I put my mind to, I can do it. And I just want to let them know that whatever they put their mind to, they can do it as well, and don't give up.
Awesome. A true leader in the family and here at this Trojan family as well.
Yes.
Now, I do want to talk about, you are from Washington, D.C.
Yes.
And then you went to junior college in Tennessee.
Yes.
So what brought you from D.C. to Tennessee to now to Troy to play basketball?
Well, in D.C., I was in high school. My high school coach, one of my teammates, she went to Walter State, the JUCO I went to, and she put in the word for me. Her name Jeffney Brown. She put the word in for me, and I went down there for a visit, like what I saw, signed the week I was down there, and then I went back home, like, I'm going to Walter State. I signed. And when we had a tournament in Tallahassee, Florida, Coach C was at the game, and I did what I did best, showed out, and she liked what she saw. I came down here for a visit. I came down here for a visit, like what I saw. It took me a couple of days to sign. Yeah.
That's too cool. So you call her Coach C?
Yes, Coach C.
I'm going to call her that next time I see her. That's too cool. So now going into kind of transitioning into these fun questions, I kind of told you about them earlier before we started. I do want to I ask everybody this. What's your favorite movie of all time?
My favorite movie will have to be Love and Basketball.
I knew it. I interviewed Ashley Beverly Kelly, I think last year, and she said the same thing. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of that movie. What about, before a game, what about your favorite genre of music? Anything that like pumps you up for a game?
Well, most of the time I really don't listen to music. I call my father and my mother just to get some motivation.
Okay.
So.
No music?
I do, but 9 times out of 10 I'm on the phone with my father and my mother.
That's awesome. That's really cool that you call your family before each game. What kind of things do they say to you before you take the court?
Well, my mother, she don't really know too much about basketball, so she really just back up what my father said. She's like, oh yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
But my father, he just like, okay, 90% mental, 1%, 10% physical. So you ever know what to do, you know what you do best. Go out there, show up, don't be scared. You been here before. Just go at it.
Well, I think I speak on behalf of all Trojan Nation. We're very excited to see you guys take the court, and good luck to you guys for the rest of the season. You guys take on Auburn here in November, first week of November. So good luck to you guys. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you as well for tuning in once again. Be sure to stay up to date on all Trojan sports on Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News. Once again, I'm Ryan Renfro. Have a good night.